Thinner is a book about the programs. These programs exist to people that are in debt. Most of these people have committed a heinous crime, and they are some way we see, which is who they were not. When we see this, they have committed what we would see as an egregious felony in some way. This can include just running a high bill up for someone to the amount of $80,000 or more, and now they are a debtor and they get moved into a program. The book itself is about a man that sees this going on, and the man in the program can see who he is and plans to replace him, and this is how the book goes, and they have seen this happen at least 34 or 35 times. This is, in fact, one of the most fearful things in the United States at this time, because no one can see when someone moves in the program in a 2-week period like Rumspringa. They are allowed to move about the country with a certain level of aptitude and anonymity, and in this period they have decided to become some kind of a cult that acts on its own to overthrow the government, and they will never strike back against their masters. If you know what's going on at this point in time, I suggest you lock your door and buy yourself a handgun. They are going to try to attack people that have more than they do because they see a way, and in this way we see a way the great chimp out. I don't know how else to put it. The final countdown. If you know what I'm talking about at this point in time, there is no one that's going to change this at any point in time, because they are simply what they were. If you have any idea what we're looking at right now, they will never change this, because this is the only way some of them will ever be paid back, and it is because they force work out of them. I myself have run into this before because they knew who I was, because I had done TV spots, and I always should have remained anonymous. This is sort of the issue now, that they knew who I was, even though my picture was not alongside any of my work, and at any point in time they decided they would be who I am. I know that didn't quite line up, but that's fine, I write this way. You see that when they came to see me, that there was a truck accident, but I know about the way, and they do too now, allegedly, and this is sort of the issue. They try to get up to the way to see you, and using the way they can see you and count the moves you take. There are very many fearful things that these people have done, including mass executions and other such details. If you have any idea what we're dealing with right now, they are allowed to roam freely because they became upset and they ran up, quote unquote, this debt. And we see that this is something that we might have to deal with at some point in time, and that they're behind us jumping around. And this is something that we fear, because why would we not see that way? I have very many times alleged to law enforcement that we should see some way, and they say there's nothing we can do. This is all handled by the NA in-house, and we don't see it mostly, except when it spirals out and becomes another crime. He says at this point in time, usually the debt gets skewed to another person, and this is a problem because I'm not picking up the debt that they accrued. I refuse. I will go to court and I will fight to it until the day I die for that exact credit. Reasoning.